Hi, hello everybody. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. You know, I forgot to get my water. Oh my gosh. I might have to go waterless for the live today. Whatever. Let's go ahead and create a poll for today. What emotion have you overcame with a loved one? Oh wait, what emotion have you overcame with a loved one? Resentment. Oh, resentment. Hold up. Resentment. Anger. Disappointment. Other. Tell me in the comments. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Hi, Osman. Welcome back to the live, friend. Good morning. It's morning time where you are. It's 6:40 where I am. 6:40 p.m. Let me see. Hold up. Now we already blocking people. Y'all just got in the chat. We already got to block people. Hi, Famita. Hello. You know how I'm feeling right now? I'm on one. I'm on a tizzy. Because if y'all been kind of peeping some of the things I've been trying to tell y'all, people been trying to play with me a lot lately. And they forget that, number one, I'm very intelligent. I keep receipts. And I'm not the one to play with. Because if it's not going to be the physical reality where you'll deal with the consequences, you'll deal with the spiritual consequences of trying to F me over. And it won't be me just doing it to you. And so I just get so sick and tired of people, you know, just trying to play with me. Like, I'm not a real person. Like, come on. Y'all messing with the right one. Because I do not give up. I love you too, friend. I do not give up. I had somebody promise me that they would do something. And then when I asked them to follow up on it, they never followed up. So I had to take it to the next level, to the next person. And they thought that they was going to play with me. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Because I don't like the broken promises. I don't want no broken promises. Somebody said, I consider YouTube Live as the modern day alternative to a lunatic asylum. Oh, that's a good perspective to see it as. I'm talking to myself in a room to a technological device, and it's responded to me. Como faz pra limpiar bundo como? I don't know what that means. Hi, Tanzania. Hi, hello everybody. How y'all doing? So we're just gonna wait until everybody gets into the live, and we'll begin our conversation once we see a good amount of people in the live. Everybody's here. I've said hello to everybody. Rambo says still working on all those emotions. Hi, Rodrigo. Shout out to Germany. Thank you, Essie. Joe, you said I'm learning to love myself after my parents and brothers were killed in a car accident. I'm so sorry. Thank you. No, y'all can't see me without the glasses. If y'all trying to see me without the glasses, it's in the profile picture. Hi, Yadav. We have 11 votes so far, so most people are saying they've overcome resentment. Okay. Hi, Erilee. Hey, baby girl. Essie, I'm from America. Hi, Steven. Hi, Junior. Hi, Christelle. Hi, hello, Yadev and Bernard. Make sure y'all vote in the poll below. Make sure y'all vote in the poll below so that we can have a good conversation. Oh, we're going to have a really good conversation today. And I do have other things I want to mention about manifesting belonging. I have some good, interesting news about belonging. I think you guys would enjoy it. So I'm going to tell you guys before we even get started about that news. Early said, by the way, love all the way from Louisiana, girl. Thank you, baby. You love the soup coolers. Oh, okay. Thank you, Gallo or Gayo. Hello, Sase. Essie said, I need advice on a girl I like. We do advice at the end, okay? Make sure y'all all double tap the screen, like it, because we have more people voting in the poll, and I want to see that in the likes above. I love you too, Junior. Hi, Guy. You said Princess. Thank you, baby. Okay. Somebody seen a carrot for the first time. Interesting. Steven said, I'm still trying to deal with anger with my son because he does not listen to anything I say. He is 28 years old. Ooh, baby. Why is he so angry? Why is he so angry now? Oh, my God. Hey, Bama. Welcome back to the live, baby. Okay. Have a good day, Essie. So let me go ahead and tell y'all what I was going to tell y'all. Hi, Melanie. Welcome to the community. So when we talk about love and belonging, we have our topic today, which we're going to talk about overcoming strong emotions with loved ones. But I just wanted to give y'all like a little update about some of the things that I've seen. Now, I kind of told you guys about something last month with the money mindset, but I didn't realize how it kind of ties into this month and how much I've learned about like my ancestors. So I told you guys how my ancestors were a part of a Native American tribe, and due to racism, if we can be so for real, it was true racism, blatant racism and systematic oppression that removed my ancestors from being a part of this Native American tribe. And we were not able to reap the benefits of being a part of this tribe. So at the end of the day, I feel a lot more belonging to a group of people now that I've studied my ancestors. I'm also getting citizenship to that tribe coming up very soon. So that's a sense of belonging that is manifested, you know, me getting citizenship to a tribe that my ancestors were a part of, but due to systematic racism, you know, it didn't happen. So it was very interesting for me to have learned that if y'all are in America, I know some of y'all are not America, so y'all don't know America history, but I didn't know that my ancestors were a part of the Trail of Tears. I just thought that it was, you know, I didn't realize that my ancestors were the Native Americans on the Trail of Tears. So seeing that, it really gave me like a sense of foundation that I never really realized, like, oh, wow, like look how much my people went through. I feel a lot more connected to my people, to my ancestors at least. Learning these things, getting my citizenship and everything. I filled out the application, turned it in. My whole family is doing it. So it's something. Del Toro said, I have a serious question. I'm Mexican. Can I use the N-word? No, you cannot. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I do not hang around non-African American people who say the N-word. Like, I don't even really like when Black people who are from other countries say the N-word. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like Cardi B. Cardi B don't make sense to me. Like, why are you saying the N-word? She's so intelligent. Like, you're so intelligent, but your vocabulary and your language is terrible. Steven said, I'm angry because I tell him same thing every day and nothing registers in his head. Oh, baby, he 28. If nothing registered in his head, I mean, he don't respect you. That's some things that we got to think of, you know. Like, some kids really just don't respect their parents because their parents are not living up to the things that they expect of them. So you just gonna have to stop telling him stuff because he's not gonna listen to you. You have to figure out somebody else you want to listen to. Thank you, Muhammad. So I said, what did you do with the money? What money? Del Toro said, racism sucks more if you live in the USA. I don't know. I've heard, you know, it's pretty racist all around the world. People hate black people. For some reason, if your skin brown, they do not want you. They want you out of town. I don't get it. Steven, you said example, use 1 cup per day of coffee. He uses half a dozen cups, new drink, new cup, and new spoon. Yeah, he want to disrespect you. He doing that on purpose. One up top said, I deal with racism every day at work. Lady asked me what I have to do to get a job at the hospital before from the hood. Like, huh? See, that's what I'm telling you. People just so damn ignorant. Muhammad said, I'm looking for real love. Okay, Jack, thank you. Tay said, you a liar, but I like you. What I lie about? Now, what am I lying about? Okay, I love you too, Keeter. Tube. I think you've been here before, baby. Hi, welcome back. Somebody said she Dominican. Who Dominican? Oh, I don't care where she is. She not my black. She not my type of black. Yeah, Early, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You are not African American. Bonjour, Amadou. Early, you white girl? Hey, girl. Okay, I'm just reading everybody's stuff before we get started. Thank you, Bajon. John. Okay. Exile, we're gonna do a lip combo video one day, but I have talked about it multiple times in previous videos. If you want to just go back and watch it. They said, Chad said, Cardi B is Dominican and they identify as Latina. So they have ancestors from Africa. So they use the N-word because their heritage is African. Doesn't condone it, but I understand why. Yeah, I said I like only African Americans using the N-word. People whose ancestors were slaves, that's the reason why African Americans use the N-word, because we took lemons and made lemonade. And now everybody want to drink our lemonade. Like, dang. Everybody want to drink your lemonade, but they don't want to make the lemons with you. They don't want to make the lemonade with you. They don't want to pick the lemons. Tony said, did you know approximately 3,775 black people own slaves? Oh, I forgot I had to screenshot all the lip combo requests because I'm going to reach out to them people. Can of Worms said, my dad is black and we just found out I'm only 37% African. Can I say it? Oh my God, y'all are annoying. Hey, AP. I love you too, Godfrey. Hey, y'all. Okay, bro. You like them? Oh, no. Victim mindset. Who got the victim mindset? Yes, Jalen. I'm trying to tell you what Jalen said. Yasin said, I love your accent. I got an accent? I feel like I just sound a little country. That's it. Early said, I need the lip combo. Y'all, if y'all need the lip combo, keep saying it in the comments so I can screenshot it. Because I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to send it to the people. So that they can give me free lipstick, free lip gloss. And then I can come on here and I can show y'all the lip combo. Okay, there we go. Somebody said, I'm going to say, look, I'm going to say whenever. Y'all do whatever y'all want to. Just know that y'all won't be around me. I don't really care what y'all do outside of me because it's not going to be around me. That's all I care about. I'm just saying my opinion and my beliefs. I don't believe that non-African American people should be saying the N-word. Y'all do what y'all want to do in y'all's own free time. Y'all want to say it so bad. say it's so bad. You have fun with it, but you still not African American. So that's just how I feel about it. And that's just what it is. So let's get into the conversation. We already got 90 votes. Shout out to it. We got 38 people, 38% of the people said resentment. Then the next one, all of the next ones are about equal. So anger, disappointment, and other are about equal. So what is it that y'all feel like, what emotion that you overcome with loved ones? Hey, Chad. So the prompt today that's asking us is, that's not the right one. Recall a time when you or your partner or someone you loved emotionally overcame something together. What did that experience teach you about trust and resilience? Take a moment to appreciate it. I didn't know that that word was not blocked, but oh well. So I feel like when it comes to overcoming emotional issues, a lot of the times, if I was able to overcome an issue, it came with multiple conversations. Like, it wasn't just like, boom, we had this one conversation, now the issue was resolved and we never have to deal with it again. Like, for me, it took more than maybe one or two conversations where we was really able to kind of get to the gist of everything. You know, that first conversation, you don't always get out exactly what you want to say in that first conversation. Sometimes you have that first conversation, you go home and you got 10,000 other things that you just thought about. 10,000 other things that you just thought about. So yeah, it's just like, for me, if I overcame strong emotion, like if we overcame strong emotions, it's because we had multiple conversations where both parties were open enough to admit their faults and then make it clear that, hey, we won't do this again. I won't do this again. I desire a relationship with you, so we're going to do this. And sometimes it's not even like bad emotions like resentment or anger, like we were fighting or anything. Sometimes it's just like somebody experiences death and you have to support them during that moment of overcoming that experience. Hello, Ava Laugh. You have to support them in overcoming that experience. So what do y'all think? Is there anybody particularly that you've been around who you've overcome these strong emotions with? Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. John, you said myself. Hi, Ood. You said yourself. I'm talking about with another person. Like, you and one other person at least overcame something together. It took me honestly, for this particular one, it took me a minute to think about who I overcame these things with, because it felt like, oh my goodness, I just have these issues and we don't ever overcome it together. But there has actually been many times where I've overcome an experience or a situation with somebody, and it just always was because we had a genuine conversation where each person admitted their faults. Hello, Edu. Hello, everybody. You say your twin flame. What y'all overcome? What y'all overcome together? Adversity. I had a relationship with somebody one time, not like a romantic relationship, like friendship is what I mean. But in this friendship, we had a lot of issues. A lot of issues. And it dealt with, it was because, you know, when people have their own personal issues, they project it onto other people. And they expect other people to make them feel better. And so we would have so many issues, and we would have conversations, and it would be the same issue. So sometimes it really got to a point, and it wasn't just because of this particular relationship, but it got to a point where I felt like you can't ever get over nothing. Not that person, but in general. Like, it just felt like even if you have this problem, people don't change, is how I felt. People don't change. But it's not that people don't change, it's that people make it very clear who they want to be by their consistent behavior. By their consistent behavior. Kaiva, you said, I have a question. What if in the relationship y'all can very clearly see that you're heading towards the end of the relationship and there's nothing you can do to save it? What do you do then? You break up. You end the relationship. That's where y'all headed to. You just do that. What would you do? Hey, Stefan. Now you said, do you remember me, girl? Girl, I don't know. John, you said that's how your twin flame was. Hey, Taha. Chad, you said, I had an inconsolable emotion about my grandma passing, but when we had a funeral for her, I was able to get all my sadness out through my tears in front of all of my family. Wow. That's beautiful. So you was able to overcome a strong emotion, not just with one person, but with your whole family, because they were supportive of you and allowing you to be yourself and express it. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Hey, Essie, welcome back. Do I ever do mass debates on the stream? I don't even know what that is. Is that like when multiple people are on the screen? I never done that before. Now you said, my grandfather passed away and I was angry and really distraught and I couldn't sleep, eat, or anything. It's been 4 months and I'm still getting over it. So you haven't overcame it yet. So do you think that if you have support, somebody who can allow you to feel those emotions and communicate those emotions, you'll be able to overcome that strong anger and sadness that you have about your grandfather's passing? Anaya? Kaiba? I don't know why this is so hard to say. I'm just going to say Junior. Junior, you said I was afraid you would say that, but it makes sense. But I really want to know, what was you thinking? Because sometimes, in my opinion, space is better than trying to force something to work out. There's always timing that can occur. Sometimes time needs to pass so that people can have different experiences before they can understand their faults in situations or what went wrong in certain situations. Ashu, you said we would have been in a better place and better respected if we had respect ourselves and our people were the reason for that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. Chad, you said, now I'm good, and when I think about my grandma, it's happy tears if any tears come. Oh, that's beautiful. And then now you say, yes, all my family. Okay, okay, okay. So you do have someone who you can express these emotions with. John, you said accountability. Okay. Akil, you said, I actually fear letting others see me broken, like emotionally, even loved ones. Yeah, I can see. I've had those experiences where it's hard to express emotions because you see it as either weak, or it's also because you were not reinforced as a child that, I'm not saying just you, this is just general, but a lot of times when people have a hard time expressing emotions is because they were not reinforced as a child that that was safe to do, or that it was even okay to do. They probably didn't even see like people express emotions, and if they did, it was always a negative feedback about that expressing of emotions. So there's could be a lot of reasons why, you know, people don't want to express emotions with their loved ones. But I feel like it does always dwindle down to feeling safe in that relationship. And I feel like if you don't feel safe in a relationship to be yourself, then when will you ever feel safe? Like, human connection is like top tier. somebody hugging you and you feeling safe with the hug. I'm not just saying that just people hugging you, but you feeling completely safe to be encapsulated with love and support while you're expressing these heavy emotions is very important. Very important. Shout out to Tampa Bay. Hi, James. John said childhood wounds. Okay, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. So, okay, so most people say they overcome resentment with a loved one. One time, I didn't overcome resentment with a loved one, but I overcame resentment about a loved one through reading and learning. It feels like the only way to overcome these things is to expand. Expand in knowledge, expand in conversation and communication. That feels like the only way you overcome these things. But a lot of times people constrict instead of expanding during these times because they're used to just constricting their heart, closing their heart off, shutting people out, blocking people, you know, stuff like that. Girl, and I go to bed, not 1 in the morning. I love you too, baby. Not 1 in the morning. America, you said others, she passed away. Junior, you said it's okay for people to suppress emotions if someone is pursuing ways to better themselves and putting to make up for past mistakes, and they isolate themselves. Can that ever end well? I don't know. That last part started confusing me. But the beginning parts, I can figure something out with the beginning parts. And I will say it is not okay for people to suppress their emotions. It's actually very unhealthy. A lot of people don't realize that the suppressing emotions is what causes a lot of illnesses, especially mental illnesses. Literally, humans are supposed to express everything. That's why your nonverbal cues always tells more. Nonverbal cues tell 90% of what somebody is saying over the actual words coming out of their mouth, because your body is going to express itself in all ways. Everything around you is an expression of who you are. Even the way you look is an expression of who you are. So if you're not expressing, then you are depressing yourself. Okay? And we don't want to be depressed over here. We want to be expressed over here. Milano said, don't love too much. Hate will be bigger. Oh my God. Somebody said, how tall are you? I'm 5'4". 5 to the 4 to the R55. Let's say 5'5". 5'5". Somebody said, take care and makeup off now. Okay, I got you. Okay, there you go, friend. I did that just for you, friend. Crash, I don't know who that is, baby. Thank you, Camden. Chris said, nah, yeah, that's true. John said, she right. Star Hunter said, nah, I was joking. Chris said, you got a little wisdom on you. That's why my name is Meiana the Sage, y'all. John said, transmute. Transmute. Jim said, and it's coming from your body. A said, don't worship your emotions. Do what has the best outcome regardless of how it makes you feel. Yeah, so just stay reasonable. But always listen to your emotions. Like, your emotions tell you a lot about the situation. Whether that is directly how this individual is making you feel, or this experience is making you feel, or you could be relating an individual or an experience with a previous experience that you're still unhealed from. So if you're not paying attention to your emotions, then it's like you're missing an adequate thing that could help you survive in a healthier way. You know, you could live a more peaceful life if you just pay attention to your emotions. I don't know who that is, friend. I don't know who that is. But we talked about this before also, about the term worship. And worship is a very, I feel like, a very extreme word to use when it comes to emotions. Very extreme. I do feel like a better term could be like prioritizing emotions over being reasonable. And when you're reasonable, that means you have collected enough data and knowledge in order to justify your reason. It's not just based off of oh, I felt this way. Now, intuitively, my intuition is my reason a lot of the times. And I'm not going to lie, because my intuition has proven correct more than once. When I felt uneasy about things, the more that I collected information, then it brought the reason to me. But I felt the uneasiness before I received the information, you know? Oh, we got 155 votes. And again, it's about the same. The first is resentment, the next one is disappointment. Akil said, do you agree with the don't let your emotions guide you thing? It's like a mixed thing. When I think about that, it's a mixture, especially because I do emotional journaling every single night, where I am focused on what emotion do I feel, what emotion do I want to feel. And so I am often allowing my emotions to guide me during that journaling, so that I can feel better emotions, you know? So it just depends on why are your emotions guiding you and where are they guiding you to. And oftentimes when I'm journaling, my emotions are guiding me to manifesting something in my life. Because I strongly believe that if you have a clear motivating emotion towards towards a manifestation of what you want, there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you from getting it. So I just do a lot of emotional journaling to, like John said, transmute energy. Transmuting energy is the best. So that's basically why I do my emotional journaling, so I can transmute it to a more peaceful, reasonable, logical, happier, loving emotion at the end of the day. I love you too, Cher. Chad said that reasonable mindset attitude speaks volumes. Hey, Gino. Welcome back to the live, baby. A, you said worship is putting a specific thing on a pedestal above all else. In a situation where you serve your feelings before considering any other outcomes, you're worshiping them, and that always ends badly. I still think that's an extreme word to use. That just sounds like a priority. But just because something is a priority doesn't mean it's the end all be all. That's just what it is. But I'm not saying that you are wrong in what you feel. I just don't agree with it. Boss Dagenlinger said, you never let your emotions drive you, you drive your emotions. I like that. You drive your emotions. I actually will be posting a video when I post my website. I will be uploading a couple of my lectures that I created. And one of those are discussing how emotions are created in your body and how it manifests and why it does that. And basically, it's kind of like your emotions is one of the ways in which you speak to God. And if you are consistently in a certain emotional state, it becomes a mood, then it becomes a personality trait, and it's like, it says a lot. So I will be posting that if you guys are interested in learning more about emotions. Oh, Validity, welcome back. If y'all want to know reasonable intelligence, Validity is in the live, y'all. Validity is in the live. Validity gonna teach y'all something. You said, my mother used to always say, write down exactly what you want. If you can vocalize it, you can imagine it. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. Yes, we love your mom. Okay. Gino, you said why my previous relationship ended was because I was the problem, and I know what, but it ain't the end of the world. I believe everything happens for a reason. Yeah, the reason was to see why you was the problem so you don't repeat your mistakes. So I'm proud of you for being very self-aware. Boss Dagenlinger said no, they can put themselves first. Okay, Showtime. John says she gives me shrink vibes. I'm not a mental health therapist. I am not a mental health therapist. Wow. Boss Dagenlinger said yes, chemical experience. Yes, very much a chemical experience that can be changed with a mindset shift. When you shift your mind and the emotional nature in which you relate to certain things, you shift the chemicals being produced in your system. Yes, yes, yes. That's one of the things I will be discussing in that video if y'all watch it. Whitley, you said, what is one of your hardest struggles in staying positive? The people around me who keep fucking with me. That's one of my hardest struggles. Because I know that sometimes I just need to choose my battles and be like, okay, I'm just going to ignore this. But I do not like, first of all, they can't really kill my positivity for too long. But I don't like when people lie and gaslight for no reason. I'd be like, okay, it's time to go. It's time for you to get up out of here. Ava, you said we all want a true princess. Okay. Okay, yeah, shout out Mama Validity, period. Gino said exactly. They say if you have a vision and you can see it and have the courage to speak it, then it will happen. Exactly. That's another thing that I've been working on, is cultivating a vision for something that I've been trying to manifest for a while. And that's what I was journaling about last night, journaling through my emotions to transmute it so that I could feel the vision. Because there's other things that the vision just comes so naturally, but this vision it's taking me a minute to visualize it. So I was journaling to try to figure out the vision in what dimension. I like to say dimension about the visions. I put visions in dimensions because I realized, oh, I haven't experienced this yet, so it's in another part of life. So once I got done with my journaling, I realized what it was that I was really looking for. But I think I will have to continue to journal about it so I can get a more foundational feeling with it. Whitley, you said I really struggle with self-image and positivity. Do you have any advice? Of course. Mirror work. Mirror work. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror, in the eyes, dead in your eyes, and you have to say, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. People are complimenting me every day. Life is amazing. Things are working out for me. I am my most beautifulest self. Everything works out in my favor. Beauty is attracted to me. I am attracted to beauty. Life is amazing. People are complimenting me because of my beautiful face and my beautiful body. I am dedicating an adequate amount of time to focus on my beauty. I enjoy focusing on my beauty. I almost got lost in a trance, but that's how you're supposed to do it. Don't get Whitley, don't get me started. I just got lost in a trance looking at myself. Big Daddy said, what you doing today, auntie? I'm on live, friend. Niecey nephew. John said polarity is a universal law, period. Ava Laugh said deceit and jealousy are the worst traits in a relationship. Oh my God, I'm telling you. It's terrible. John said affirmations. Yep. Affirmations. Validity said love a good affirmation. Yep. The thing about it though, Whitley, when you do this, you got to get lost in a trance. The problem with, okay, let me slow down. Let me reel it in. The problem with these things, I say all the time that love is a motivating force. It is an unstoppable force. It's ever growing. If you want to think about love in a realistic way, Love is the piece of nature that breaks through the concrete, and over time the forest grows when it's not ripped away, you know? That is love. Love is that animating presence that will always break through any barrier, no matter what. It may take time, but it will break through the barrier. So when you think about how to increase your own self-love, you have to realize that the reason why you don't feel it, because it's there, but the reason why you don't feel it is because you have many barriers. And what that barrier looks like is when you look in that mirror and your first thought is, oh my God, and then you look away. Oh my God, my boobs are not big. Oh my God, my booty is not big enough. Oh my God, I don't have no hips. Oh my God, my hair, it looks like this. Oh my God. That's what you're saying in your mind when you look at yourself, which is why you have these self-esteem problems, is because you have thoughts that are telling you that these are problems. But what you do by overcoming that is you put your mind in a what's the word? You focus your mind and kind of zone out so that it can go into a different brain wave over time. Like we want to get into the theta stage. So kind of like sometimes you could just rock back and forth for a long period. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But this, I'm just telling you some things that you can do. You can rock back and forth for a long period of time until you get into a trance-like state. Look in the mirror and then say all your affirmations. Because you want to get in a trance. Because your mind is more formable and susceptible when you're in a theta state, or maybe even an alpha. I don't know for sure if alpha, but theta for sure. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Okay, Validity said I got a huge pay raise and it comes with a title change in January. Validity, you deserve it. Didn't I just tell you that, Validity? Didn't I just tell you that, Validity? I literally said you deserve to make more money. I need to go back to that live because I swear to God I said that. I said you deserve to make more money and a job raise. I said something like that to you, I swear to God. And I said more money is coming to you because I could tell that you are that guy or that girl. I think you're a guy. I'm pretty sure you was a guy. You're that guy. I swear to God, I feel like I told you that. Gino, you said confidence comes from a different reasons. For some people, it's money, clothes, and popularity. I get my confidence just the fact that the Lord gave me another day. Somebody said Martin TV, chill out. Who Martin TV? Okay, good night, Gino. Validity said huge difference between saying I'm beautiful and feeling beautiful. The purpose of those affirmations at first are just to build comfort with oneself. Yes. Gino said I love seeing people with a low self-esteem become confident and come out the shell. Yes. Thank you, Julia. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Hi, Lauren. Somebody said shake it a little bit. There you go, friend. There you go. So let's go ahead and wrap this little conversation up. If y'all want to continue with another conversation, we can do that. I don't mind. Okay, we shaking it. Shaking it a little bit. So at the end of the day, we seen a couple of people. I really like the person who had mentioned how they were crying at the funeral and how they were, you know, they were able to overcome an emotion because of their family. Having that family was very beautiful. But I feel like when it comes to overcoming strong emotions with loved ones, the experience teaches you about trust and resilience. Number one, when you're overcoming a strong emotion, a lot of times it's very hard for people to see beyond a strong emotion. It's very hard to see reason and logic beyond that strong emotion. So when you do that and you allow yourself to be vulnerable with a loved one, that trust naturally builds, because it's showing you that there is a consistent love there. There's a consistent desire for us to be on a healthy in a healthy relationship, in a healthy dynamic, and for us to both be happy. And it also shows resilience, because the relationship is able to overcome those issues through whatever way, through, if it's just you being able to express your emotions without, being demonized or let down or put down, or if it's just the fact that you are able to communicate in general about some of the things that you're dealing with. Boy, better stop. The hell. So at the end of the day, there are many ways to overcome some of these emotions with loved ones. But if you are not able to overcome emotions with loved ones, especially if you tried your best and the same situation keeps coming up, like I advised someone earlier, that is when you end the relationship or take a break from a relationship. That is when you set a boundary and you let them know, hey, this is my expectations in my happy, healthy relationships. And although I love you or I care about you deeply, I have to prioritize my well-being and happiness over being stuck in a dynamic where we're going to be in a roller coaster or an unhealthy cycle. Hi, Damien. Hey, friend. Hey, Lucas. So now I'll go ahead and read the last few votes, and then I'll open up the floor for anybody who wants to have just regular conversation. 34% said resentment. The next one is 24% said disappointment. 18% said anger. And then 23% said other. So that was the ones who commented down below. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. If y'all are on the live, please make sure y'all like the live. And I will open up the floor if anybody wants to just have regular conversation, or if y'all have a question, y'all want to just talk about the question, go ahead. Q N A. Okay. So if y'all are still on live, I know a lot of people have left, but if you guys are still on live, y'all let me know if y'all have any questions that y'all want to talk about. You want to see some of my house? I can't show you the whole house, but you can see the light in the background of my apartment. And you can see my son, who was acting a fool, trying to scratch my chair. Son, say hi to the live. You don't want to say hi to the live? Okay. He don't want to say hi to the live. But like I was saying, if you guys want to just have regular conversation, whether you want to talk about relationships, manifestation, whatever you want to talk about, y'all go ahead and put it in the comments below. The Santa Claus tree, you like it? I love you too, Ali. Baby Gato, he's not a baby. He's a grown Gato. Adulto Gato. Thank you, Orhan. You missed me. Aw, I'm glad you got to see me, friend. I know. Top phone. He's big. He weighed 14 pounds. You a big cat? He a baby adult. He is a baby adult, John. He is a baby adult. He my baby. He's my baby. Shout out to Belgium. Really, Jalen? Oh, I'm glad. Now, mind y'all, since it is a little bit of people here, how do y'all feel? I realized that with my tarot readings, I attracted predominantly women. But when it comes to my lives, I attract predominantly men. So I really want my website to still be devoted to you guys. You know, y'all are my predominant audience. The color of my website is like this color though. What y'all think about this color? What y'all think about that color? It's like a very light baby pink. Do y'all think that men will still want to use the website even though it's like a light pink? Because I don't really want to have to go through and change my whole entire website color. I really do like the website color, but I'm like, dang. It's a little different than what I thought. Somebody said put the cap on it. On what? Johnny said it don't matter. Tafon, you said it's not a masculine color for dudes. I don't know. Y'all, he in trouble. You're not getting down, baby. Buddy, you're not getting down. Shout out to Brazil. Yeah. Friend said, that's what I was thinking. It's not a masculine color. I guess what I'll have to do is just like put it out there and then see what how everybody interacts with it, and then make decisions from there. Shake it right, shake it left, shake it right, shake it left. I think I did that backwards. This is left, right. There we go. So y'all tell me what's up. What y'all want to talk about? The floor is open to y'all now. I did my little 1-2. It's y'all's turn. What's up? You said it didn't turn out as you wanted. Oh, darn it. The relationship between men and women? What exactly do you mean? Like romantic, friendship, in general? I could say in general, in a woman's perspective, what I see and what I've heard is that, of course, men are naturally consumers. Humans are naturally consumers in general, but men are the consumers who men are also the consumers who what am I trying to say? Who can take advantage of situations more than what a woman can do. Because naturally women are producers in a way. We produce the children, you know, we produce the environments. Let me think more, because this is, when I say very general, this is very general. So women, I see women as the community builders. So when it comes to the ability for a community to stay together, Johnny said we point fingers at each other for some reason. Yeah, I do agree. But when it comes to a woman's role, naturally women tend to make the community stronger by maintaining communication, maintaining relationships, whereas men tend to make the community stronger by providing structure, providing safety, security, all of those things. So that's just how I see it. I don't really know what else I can do to go deeper into that conversation. But that's how I see the relationship between men and women. I do feel like in regards to this dating age, I try not to just listen to what a lot of the people are saying online unless they are living the lifestyle that I desire. Shake your dreads. Ladies. I'm trying to get my work done type shit. Ladies, I'm trying to get my work done type I'm trying to get my work done type okay? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was up like me? Y'all see my cat? Let me show y'all what he doing. Do y'all see what this cat doing? Literally. Hey GR, how my finals going? They haven't started. But when I tell you, this is why you need friends. Because I will not be stressing over these finals if I didn't. I will not be stressing over these finals because I have loved ones. But if I didn't have any friends and loved ones, I would be stressing over these finals. But I don't have to do those things because life is amazing. And I have great relationships with my loved ones. So I'm excited about the finals. I'm excited to get them over with. I'm super, super excited. How are you doing, GR? How's everything going? You said you wish your baby mama was hot like me. Now, why you got a baby mama? Why do you have a baby mother? Is that the twin flame you was talking about? John, is that the twin flame you was talking about? No, oh, it was a different person. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. You all right, GR? I'm glad. Oh my God. When you have a cat that sheds all the time, it's like extreme. It's just too much for me. So is that why you was asking about relationships with men and women? You leaving your baby mama? You being for real, John? Why are you doing that? Why you create a baby if you gonna leave her? What she do? I will say a lot of women and men, they go through breakups around pregnancy because pregnancy changes women. It changes everything about them. It changes their body, their hormone regulation, their connection to the world, their perspective of the world, their title, what their worry, their focus. Everything changes. The emotions, exactly. And that's when a woman needs a man the most. We talk about overcoming strong emotions today. We talked about overcoming those strong emotions today. And sometimes you have to stick it out and be the strong. You said, I try, boo. What's the worst thing that happened in that relationship now, John? I'm trying to figure it out. What was the worst thing that happened for you to leave her for another woman? I evolved, she didn't. I mean, how old is the baby? There's a couple of questions. I got two questions. How old is the baby? What was the worst thing that happened in y'all's relationship? And ain't nobody on the live either, so it's not a lot of people on the live. So I want to know. I need to know. I need it. Y'all know SpongeBob? I need it. She put her paws on me. That's tough. That's tough. I was trying my best. I was going to stand up and I was going to root for her. We were all rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. That's how I feel. I was rooting for her real bad. But I cannot condone domestic violence. I cannot condone it. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. What type of paws? Hands and feet? Or just a slap? I can condone a slap. A woman slapping you ain't that bad. Was it hands and feet? Oh, you didn't mean to get pregnant. Well, at least you know next time, no more babies. No more babies. Strap it up. Wrap it up. She swung on me. Ooh. Is she a product of domestic violence? Is that how her family is? That's what happened. Well, I was going to tell you guys to overcome strong emotions in your relationships, but domestic violence is not a strong emotion to overcome. Oh, hands and feet. It was hands and feet. Wow. Well, at least you got the baby. At least you got the baby, I guess. That's tough. So, was there any signs that she was into domestic violence before y'all got into this relationship? Oh, so you just have trauma. That's what it is, John. So it's, what about her? You said, was the yeah, her family was into that too? Thank you, Fingal. You stay away from it. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, friend. I'm sorry to hear that. At least you got away. You gonna take custody of the baby? Because that is something that you can argue, that you think that she unsafe. Get the custody of that baby and she can get visiting rights. Legend, you said if they force you to speak, blink. Hi, McCone. No, I can't do it. My eyes hurt. My eyes hurt. GR, you said sometimes we enter into intimate relationships without caution. Casual stuff may not end well. Yeah. I do feel like a lot of the times, though, we get those subtle, and I'm not talking about this particular instance, but in general, we get those subtle little vibes that shows that this person has these tendencies. But sometimes we may be blind to it, or it's just not a priority at the moment, and it's hard to kind of, you know, make decisions from it. You said, I got love for her, I'm just leaving for my twin. Y'all live together or something? Because why you keep saying leaving? Because it should just be breaking up. Y'all live together? Thank you, Rakeem. Mikon, I'm from America. America. Now, twin flame. I don't think that, John, I'm going to be honest. I think you should take a break from dating. You have a 3-year-old child. And I don't think that people should be dating men with children who are under the age of 5. Hey, Airly. Hey, baby girl. I think, John, you got to take a break from dating. I don't think you need to focus on a twin flame now. Also, she wasn't like that before, but you think having a kid made her violent? What? I hope I don't become violent when I have a baby. I think that I might be on 10s, though, if I have a baby. Because when I tell you, when I have my baby, the way people playing with me, and I'm not letting that slide. Oh, baby, I'm not letting shit slide. And I'm stumping out kids for my child. In a professional way, of course. Not physically. GR, you said, yeah, love can make one blind to red flags. Yeah, facts. Good early girl. Is sometimes when you under the age of 18, you just have fun. Just have fun. Have lots of friends that are boys. Have lots of friends that are girls. Hang out with them all. And just have fun. Shout out to California. Shout out to the Bay. Yes, John. I don't advise leaving one relationship, especially if it was toxic, for another. Now, you could date and have fun, but don't get into a serious relationship because you still need time to process everything that's happened. So if the baby was 3, you've been with her for 3+ years. That's a lot of stuff to process. You need at least a year and a half to process a lot of that, of what happened, especially if it's taking you back to previous experiences. You said it's not toxic. If it's not toxic, I can't. Red, chill out, baby. Chill out. Your mother's trying to work. Your mother's trying to work, friend. This is my only child. He has no father. I'm a single mother. And I have been a single mother for a long time. And, you know, that's just what it is. Everly, you said my dad had a bad relationship with my mom, so he has a girly now, but he's been dating her for 3 years, and I love her with all of my mom. By the way, I never seen my mom. Oh, okay. Oh, your mama a deadbeat. Shaking my head. John, you said I evolved. She didn't. Either you grow together or apart, and it's okay. I will say, John, what have you done to support her growth? Because I do know there are going to be times where there will be seasons where somebody is behind the other. And it may last longer than what you would like. But I remember, if I can be so honest, I remember going through a breakup with somebody. And I remember always trying to do things to support their growth. And it wasn't the way that they felt like they wanted, you know? Like, I would make, like, green smoothies. And like, oh, take this. Here you go. Have fun at work. You know? Meal prepping. Things like that for people. And if that's not the way in which they want to grow, then it's really, you really like beating a dead wall. I'm on my spiritual journey. She not. Baby, don't give up a relationship over a spiritual journey. Not yet. Because if you still on a journey, that means you still figuring stuff out. I feel like if she I mean, you already said she don't respect you. She putting hands and feet on you. But if you could get a level of respect, then that's all that you need. Y'all ain't gotta have the same religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs. You say, and I feel okay talking to you about that if that's okay. Yeah, go ahead, baby girl. There's a lot of people who got deadbeat mamas. I grew up with a lot of cousins who had deadbeat mamas. I'm being so for real. More than one. I have multiple cousins who have deadbeat mamas. So there's a lot of deadbeat mamas out there, I'm telling you. It's because they be mentally ill. You say I'm seeing angel numbers, I'm being guided. Yeah, to focus, pay attention, and breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. What percentage am I on? Oh, I got 3%, y'all. I got 3%. Oh, my God. Okay. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? John, I'm going to keep you in good light, friend, to make the best decision for you and your child. Everly, you say your mama was abusive. Mentally ill. I'm telling you. A lot of people who abuse their children is because they hate themselves. You gotta go on a path of forgiving your mama. Of course, I'm not trying to say be your mama, like be cool with your mama. I'm not trying to say be your mama's friend or, you know, accept the behavior. But it's a long journey of forgiveness and understanding that some of these people know not what they do. And they are just acting based on programmings of what they're used to. John, you said I'm already in a good light, boo. I'm fine. Now, I'm going to keep, just because you're in a good light don't mean I can't send you more positive things to keep you in the good lights now. I'm not trying to wish you with your baby mama. I'm just trying to wish good for whatever decision that you make for you and your family. Whatever that is. Because I don't know your baby mama. I don't know what you're going through. I just want whatever is best for you and your child in the long run. Not for the now. Try to blame things on me when I was younger and tried to get my back with her. Yeah, girl. She was gaslighting you, girl. Honey bun. Now, John. All these little pet names. Cute. Girl, she was trying to gaslight you, girl. When people can't deal with accountability, they gaslight. Una vejo bem você loxo. Ronnie, you know I don't speak that. I don't speak Portuguese. I think that's Portuguese. Yeah, y'all. When people don't know how to take accountability, they will gaslight you and lie to you. And it's crazy because they really will be lying to themselves. They really will be lying to themselves, and they really do not be in reality. Yeah, John, if the baby mama anything like Airly's mama, I see why. I see why. But I'm pretty sure she not. Black, your mom was crazy, girl. Your mom was crazy, Airly, girl. You got a long healing journey to come through. Because it's natural. Oh, she not good. It's natural for young children to relate female gender to the relationship that they have with their mama, or the relationships that seen their mama maintain. So you're going to have to do a lot of work on your relationship with women, your relationship with the women, especially women that look like your mama, because you said you white. So if you don't like your mama, that means you may not like white women in general. So you're going to have to work on your relationship with white women, because you may be attracting a lot of white women that act like her, and it may push you away from being a woman to be around white people, or at least white women. This is just me talking. I'm not saying that this is exactly for you. This is just me talking. But y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate everybody who's on the live today. We got 72 likes, which I truly do appreciate every single one of you guys. Early, you said, since there's kind of me and you, I am, baby, you know how I feel about the kiddos posting their age. I'm gonna delete this because you post your age, but I don't know if I can. You say you're gonna try like your mom, but you don't know if you can. I'm only deleting your message because I don't like when children post their age. And it's okay, but oh, wait, did I delete? What did I do? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Early, I'm sorry, Early girl. I'm so sorry, girl. Whew, I think I accidentally just blocked her, but I unblocked her. So if you can still see this, Early, let me know, because I unblocked you. But hiya, Thomas. You said we building a friendship. Okay, period. Okay, there you go. Okay, you said I don't block me. Yeah, that was an accident, baby girl. Yeah, but I just be letting y'all know, for the youngins, I get it. When I was a child, I was on YouTube too, and if I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for YouTube. So I don't want to just, block 100% access, but I just don't want y'all to be posting y'all's age in certain comments that reflects that y'all are children. So, but you gonna get through it, Everly girl. You gonna get through it. And one day you just gonna be like, oh, that was just an experience, and it made me who I am today, and I love who I am. And you may appreciate your mama for being who you are, being who she is, because you love who you are so much. You're gonna be like, oh my God, if it wasn't for her being a deadbeat, I wouldn't be the baddest. Sometimes we just gotta trick our minds to believe these things. So you got this, girl. And John, you got this too. Y'all gonna get through it, and y'all gonna be led to the right decisions, and y'all gonna feel really good about it. But I'm gonna get off of here. Yes, peace and light, Everly. Period. Peace and light. Girl, we don't know what he's saying. He said something about a cat. Bother your cat. I want to see your cat. Let me see. Come here. I think it said something about bothering the cat. Here you go, Ronnie. There's my son. Look at the camera, son. Later, GR. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.